If you're struggling with anxiety, I need you to consider this. Are you truly afraid of big things happening? Or are you afraid that God, yes, will take care of the big things, but He might forget to take care of the small thing? And this is what I mean. When it comes to like food, housing, etc., like you know for sure that God will always come true. Anyhow, God will come true. We know it. Like I know it. Like normally, things always happen. Something we move, something we give. Right? Like you are not dead, so that's enough evidence. Yeah, I survived this far. But I just realized that in some situations I still get anxious. I'm like, this anxiety is not from the fact that maybe this opportunity will come or not come. This anxiety is from the fact that I think I might be embarrassed. Because it's very easy to trust God about the big things, but when it comes to the small things, or what will people say about me? What if I feel shame? What if I'm embarrassed? What if people around me laugh at me? What if they mock me? And then I feel like that is the core of most anxiety. It's not even like, oh, will I be homeless? It's more like, if I have to beg someone, if I have to do this, what will people say about me? And then I realized that this was literally what was making me anxious. Oh, this was what was causing a lot of the fear that I was feeling and I was dealing with at the time. And then I started just like going through the Bible and just like looking through examples and examples. And you realize that God is not, I don't want to say African parents. So it's not like I'm dragging our parents. But there's this thing in some African homes, I know it's not all, where parents, they sometimes provide the big things. They give you clothing, shelter, and all of that. But your mental health, your peace, your joy, you pay with your peace and your joy. They might embarrass you here and there. They might do some things that don't necessarily have any physical consequence, but then maybe they make you feel a certain way. Maybe you feel mocked in some ways. And I just realized that to an extent that even matters to us more. Huh? And God is not an African parent. And He knows what matters to us. He knows that we don't want to be mocked. Nobody wants to be walking around and maybe your peers are laughing at you or whatever, or maybe you're feeling embarrassed, right? And when you look at the scripture, it's filled with same promises, same promises, same promises. Like when I tell you, David, the Psalms of David, that guy, all the emotions. Every time I'm feeling an emotion, I go to Psalms. I find out that David has had that emotion and that he has written about it. But then you realize that God is always making promises that He will not embarrass you, He will not shame you, He will not bring you to shame. He will cover your nakedness. And I feel like that's something we need to remember. You need to remember, you need to say to yourself that, yes, I know God will provide for me, but God will also protect me, He will cover me. Yeah, He will cover me, He will exchange ashes for beauty. And there's this particular scripture that I always say, and that's the one that God is close to the brokenhearted. If you're feeling like, oh my God, something happened, there's no physical consequence, but my heart hurts. Just know that God is close to you, right? And you need to know it, because you can know it logically, but you don't know it deep down in your heart. You might even need to go back and just read like certain scriptures. I'm like, yeah, God will not embarrass me. God will not embarrass me. Even if you have gone through some sort of embarrassment, just know that God will still compensate you. If you look at, let's say, like the story of Joseph, that guy, that thing was embarrassing. Everything that happened to him was very embarrassing. And then he went to prison. Someone lied on him. His brother sold him. Very, very, very embarrassing situations. But guess what? He became prime minister. And then when he now became prime minister, the same people that sold him to slavery, they now came back. They're like, oh, they were bowing down. Because when he was telling them about the dream he had, that they bows down, they were mocking him. I was like, hey, so people have come, you're bowing down now. And he was younger than all of them, just so you know. And they were bowing down to him. And then when they finished bowing down, he was not looking at them and observing them. He had this moment, he could have done anything he wanted. So what I'm just trying to say is, if you feel like you've even gone through shame in any way, shape, or form, you will still get your glory. So you have to know that God is also as much as God is concerned about your physical body, about what you eat, what you drink, He's also concerned about your dignity. Don't forget that ever. Anytime you're having any thoughts, if anytime you're starting to feel like, I'm afraid, oh my God, am I going to be ashamed? Say it, remind yourself. All those stories, remind yourself. Remind yourself, this is the, like, say, team, or just the one line, if you're going to take for anything from this video, is that as much as God cares about what you will eat and drink, He also cares about your dignity. He's going to keep your dignity intact. And even if anything happens, maybe something just mistakenly happened here or there, He will restore your glory, He will restore your dignity in front of these very same people. In front of the very same people that mocked you, He will lift you up. David Psalm says, God is a shield to me and is a lifter up of my head. So even if your head is down, He will lift you up. And if you know this, all those anxiety, you can speak to it. You can say, yeah, whatever happens, I will not be ashamed. Whatever happens, I will not be embarrassed. And even if the embarrassment does come, God will still restore me back. Okay? So yeah, this is the video I wanted to make today if you're struggling with anxiety. And I really hope it helps. And I really hope that you take it to heart. Have a good day. Bye.